Digital minimalism is supposed to give you back your time, your focus, your life. But the problem is that most people try it and fail. Not because they're weak, but because the way it's usually done ignores how your brain actually works. Imagine this. It's Sunday night. You've just deleted TikTok again. You're feeling relieved. Maybe this time it'll stick. But by Tuesday, your thumb's twitching. Maybe you're not on TikTok, okay. But now you're deep in something else. Maybe it's YouTube, or you're reorganizing your desktop, or watching focus hacks that you know you're never gonna try. If this feels familiar, don't think it's failure. Digital minimalism, the way it's usually sold, misses something beautifully and stubbornly human. So why does digital minimalism fail? Well, the first reason is the replacement trap. A recent study found 72% of people who tried digital detoxes didn't make it to the finish line. Now, it's not about weak willpower. When you delete TikTok, your brain doesn't just shrug and move on. The craving for stimulation, novelty, and connection, it's still there because those drives are hardwired into your brain. So if you replace the old habit with just a new one, the platform changes, but the pattern stays. This isn't failure. It's your brain doing what it's built to do, seeking out something interesting, something rewarding. Something that feels like more. When we only remove the app without addressing what's lying underneath, it's kind of like pulling weeds and leaving the roots. They're just going to grow back. The second reason, the white knuckle problem. Psychologists call it white knuckling, gripping tightly and using pure willpower to avoid something without addressing what's actually pulling you in. And the thing is, willpower works kind of like a battery. Every decision you make, whether it's to check your phone or open that tab or keep on resisting something, that drains your willpower just a little bit more. And when your willpower battery runs low, your brain gets louder, pushing harder for whatever it is that you've been denying it. And that's when this just this once moment comes. And that's human. That's not weakness. The next reason, the autonomy problem. Self-determination theory, one of the most tested and replicated frameworks in behavioral science, says that humans have 3 core needs. Autonomy, that's the sense that you're in control of your own choices. Competence, that's the feeling that you are capable of making progress. And connection, the deep human need to feel close to others. So of those 3 things, autonomy comes first, and for good reason. When we feel our choice is being taken away, even by rules that we set for ourselves, our brains push back. Your brain doesn't like an ultimatum from your mind or your heart or your soul or whatever it is that pushes its invisible buttons. This is why strict rules like no phone after 8 p.m. often just fall flat. So what works better than an ultimatum? An invitation. Studies consistently show that people are more likely to change when they choose the change for their own reasons, not because they're forced into it. It makes sense, right? Let me know in the comments what you think so we can chat about it. Now, the 4th reason, missing the social need. The urge to check your phone isn't always from boredom or habit. Often, it's actually from a longing, whether it's to be seen, to be heard, to be remembered. Decades of social science research, from small community studies to large-scale global surveys, have shown the same thing. People who feel a strong sense of belonging, whether it's in person or through meaningful connection online, they are generally healthier, less stressed, and more resilient against loneliness. So when digital minimalism frames all online interaction as a distraction, it can make us feel like our need for community is a failing and that we have to cut it out. But that's just a matter of getting clarity of what's important to you. Say your sister's morning text, "How are you?" That's not clutter. It's not distraction, that's connection. That's love in pixels. So what does your brain actually need? Autonomy, not restriction. Connection, not isolation. Purpose, not just productivity. Because if you work on cutting your screen time without knowing why, you'll end up filling it with just other distractions. But when you align your tech use with your values, creativity, learning, connection, it naturally becomes more intentional, more purposeful, and your brain will respond to it. So how can you make this digital minimalism work for you? Audit your apps. Ask yourself, does this app help me to connect, create, or learn in a way that actually matters to you? If yes, keep it. But if it drains you, well, maybe it's time for a cut. Build rhythms, not rules. These rigid bands set you up for rebellion in your brain. Instead, build gentle patterns, like maybe letting your phone sleep in the kitchen at night, maybe just checking your messages only twice a day, or keep mealtimes device-free so your brain associates food with presence, not pings. Another digital well-being study found that people who integrated tech intentionally, they were using it to enhance, not replace their offline life, reported lower anxiety, greater joy than those who tried to cut it hard. This might mean like using your phone to plan a hike, share the photos with friends, but then actually putting it away so you can enjoy the view when you're there. I think digital minimalism gets one thing really right, that you deserve a life that feels intentional, peaceful, and human. You don't have to strip away your humanity to balance life with tech. You need these things like connection, craving novelty, stimulation. That's exactly part of our operating system. And I think that's exactly what the world needs more of. Thanks for being here. If this video has helped you in any way, please share it with someone. And let me know in the comments, how do you handle all the tech in your life? Then click this next video for our next deep dive, and I'll see you there.